Hello! Happy New Year's Eve, and welcome to the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living's New Year's Eve service. My name is Carol Cross, and I am one of the licensed practitioners at the center, and I am so delighted to have you spend part of this special night with us. So tonight we are going to have a series of music, meditation, and messages, all on the theme of past, present, and future. To participate fully in the experience, we invite you to get a pad of paper or something to write on and a pen, because there will be some audience participation that will help you to enjoy fully tonight's service. So I'm going to begin with an invocation. I invite you to close your outer eyes. And tonight is a night about the ending of one period of time and the beginning of a new one. But when I close my eyes and I go within, I really focus on that part of me that has no beginning, no end, that eternal essence, which is my connection with all that is, with the divine spirit that is eternal. And I know that is the truth of me. I know it's the truth of all of us. And when I say us, I'm not just speaking about those in tonight's services. I'm not talking about those of us who are part of TCSL. I'm not even talking about our local community or our country or our world. I'm not just talking about people. I'm talking about the animals. I'm talking about the bugs. I'm talking about the trees and the rocks and the hills and the sky. Every electron, every vibration is an emanation of this one incredible, eternal spirit that is the source and the substance of all. And that source and that substance is good and very good. It is joyful and abundant and wise and wonderful and peaceful and all good things. So I usher that aspect of ourselves into tonight's service, knowing that when we are in touch with that divine excellent, tonight cannot be anything but excellent. I say a word of blessing on this wonderful technology that allows us to connect electronically, knowing that it will serve us tonight as well as it has served us for these past several years. I say a word of blessing on our technical magicians, Miss Heather and Miss Ava, the ones who do their magic behind the scenes to make sure that we can actually connect. I say a word of blessing on tonight's songstress, the magnificent Cindy Johnson, whose heart is as big as her talent. I say a word of blessing on Reverend Dusty, who will deliver words of encouragement and upliftment and meditation and messages and so many wise and wonderful things. And I say a word of blessing on everyone who tunes in, either now or later. Thank you all for adding your special spiritual sparkle to tonight's events. So I turn this over to a universe that wants only the best and brightest for us all, and ask you to acclaim that for yourselves and for us all with our words, and so it is.
Thank you very much, Carol. And I too say a happy New Year's Eve. Welcome to my own little private New Year's Eve celebration. And I was thinking about this evening and thought about the fact that I've never really talked about New Year's Eve itself in like kind of what it is and how it came to be and those kinds of things. So at the risk of, really stating the obvious, New Year's Eve is the last day of the year and the day before New Year's Day, which marks the new year according to the Gregorian calendar. Now, the Gregorian calendar began in 1582. It was introduced to the world by Pope Gregory the 13th. Now, not everybody started to use it at that time. There was many areas in Europe that did, but many other areas that did not. So, for example, the United Kingdom and the United States didn't begin using the Gregorian calendar until 1752. It's also important to note that not all cultures follow the Gregorian calendar in observing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. For example, the New Year in Hindu or Chinese or Jewish and Islamic calendars differ to that of the Gregorian calendar. Some people celebrate by attending midnight masses at church or perhaps by attending a 7 o'clock Facebook Live church. And others gather around public venues such as Times Square in New York City to count down the seconds towards the end of this last year. I got kind of interested about that ball that they watch coming down, and the ball's current and 7th iteration is an exceptionally elaborate showpiece worth more than $1 million. It weighs 11,875 pounds. It boasts a 12-foot diameter, and the exterior glimmers with 2,688 Waterford crystal triangles, plus 32,256 LED lights. Times Square visitors can view the iconic attraction any day of the year, but on this evening, the ball's descent is controlled by a laser-cooled atomic clock that actually lives in Colorado and watched by a global audience of more than 1 billion people. 1 billion people. Some people just do it the easy way. They don't deal with the crowds in New York, but they tune in on their television. And some people will probably be in bed by 10:30. Now, many people hold parties to bid farewell to the finishing year and to celebrate the new year that is coming in. The festive events for New Year's Eve can vary in size or theme. Sometimes they're very elaborate masquerade balls or smaller costume parties. Some people have their own informal events, dinners and little parties at their own homes. And as the clock strikes midnight, many people celebrate the event by exchanging hugs or kisses, by toasting each other with some champagne or some kind of sparkling water, and wishing each other a happy new year. In many areas around the world, they sing the Scottish song Auld Lang Syne. And many celebrations are punctuated by beautiful fireworks that kind of end and cap the evening, right? Now, New Year's Day is a day of mixed feelings for many people. On one hand, it's a time to celebrate the end of the year and to welcome in what is in store or what is unfolding in the new year. On the other hand, some people really experience a sense of nostalgia as they reflect on the events that took place over the last 12 months. They may experience joy or despair, fulfillment or regret, sadness or elation, and excitement or frustration. Whatever we might be feeling, what is true about this point in time, about this season, about this time of the year, which is the end of a solar cycle and the end of a new year, is that it is time for a pause. It's a pause that occurs not just within ourselves, but also within nature and in the cosmos. After the pause is another plunge into a new cycle, or the next cycle, or the next year, or the next evolution. But for right now, we are in that pause. And sitting in the pause is an opportunity to sit in stillness, listening and reflecting as the still small voice within us whispers to us, be still and know. What comes up for me on this day is a really wonderful blending of the past, the present, and the future. So tonight, we're celebrating the past, we're honoring the present, and we're welcoming in the future by listening and reflecting on the still small voice within us. Please welcome our beloved Cindy Johnson.
It's a new day and a new year. Shout it out loud, sing with the crowd, celebrate cause good things are coming. New opportunities are at the door. Hold your head up, drop the sorrow. No regrets now for tomorrow. It's a new chance, it's a new life. Everything that you've been waiting for. The future's right now as things turn over. The possibilities around the corner. New innovation with new creation. All the things that we have in store. Now it's a brand new day and a brand new year. And there's hope for tomorrow, and there's nothing to fear. It's not coming, it's already here. Now it's a brand new day, and it's a brand new year. So sing and be happy and share the good news. It's not coming, it's already here. It's a time to dream bigger dreams, where impossible is not what it seems, and love in high hopes throughout your day, and know that happiness is on its way. We're moving forward, we're going higher, we're reaching things that were formerly desired. Fun and excitement, it fills the air, and there's more than enough for us to share. Now it's a brand new day, it's a brand new year, and there's hope in tomorrow, then there's nothing to fear. It's not coming, it's already here. Now it's a brand new day, and it's a brand new year. So sing and be happy and share the good cheer. It's not coming, it's already here. So sing and be happy and share the good cheer. It's not coming, it's already here.
Thank you, Cindy. So during past New Year's Eve services, we've put a lot of emphasis on letting go. Letting go of judgment around ourselves or others, and really stepping into compassion. Letting go of our resentments and or our guilt, so that we can truly step into a space of forgiveness. Forgiveness for ourselves and for others. Letting go of our old stories or our old patterns of being. Ways of living our lives that are no longer serving us. Old beliefs that create resistance or that can get in the way of us actually being the fullest expression of the divine that we were created to be. Or letting go of control, of being right, of our own human ideas of about what is best for us or our lives or for the world. During past New Year's Eve services, we've done a burning bowl ritual where we have written down what we are ready, willing, and able to let go of, and then we symbolically burn those pieces of paper. Now, while I still wholeheartedly believe in that process and really encourage you to do it for yourselves on your own this evening, we're doing something a little bit different this evening. Tonight, we begin by looking at the past year. We take a moment to really celebrate the wins or celebrate the miracles that happened. And we can do this both individually or we could do it collectively as a community or as a planet. The invitation is to be still and to know that in celebration, we are actually allowing the joyful song and life of God to flow through us. That in celebration, we are allowing the delight of God to unfurl itself as us, as all of the experiences of our lives this past year, because we know that even while our human perceptions might not believe it, God is in all of them, everywhere, all of the things that we consider to be really great and all of the things that we might consider to be not so great. By doing so, by celebrating the wins and the miracles, we are being really willing to blossom into the next moment or into the new day or the new year, as Cindy sang. And not only are we able to do that, to blossom into that moment or that day or that near year, but we're doing it from a higher vibrational level. That in that celebration, we are raising our vibrational level to one that is really capable of drawing unto itself more to be celebratory about. The invitation is to allow our inner wisdom to inform us of the answers to 3 questions. So in this moment, I invite everyone to close your outer eyes, if you're comfortable in doing so, and turn your attention inward to the center of your being and to allow yourself to open to your inner wisdom, to connect with the divine presence that is within each one of us, to close our outer ears to the confusion of the world of form and to open our inner ears to that still small voice of God within us. Take a nice deep breath. And the first question is, what major accomplishment or accomplishments did you have in 2021, either individually or collectively with others? So you're asking your inner wisdom, what major accomplishment or accomplishments did I have in 2021, either individually or collectively with others? If you like, you can open your eyes and write down the answer on your paper or save all the answers until after the questions. What major accomplishment or accomplishments did I have in 2021, either individually or collectively with others? And the second question is, what progress have I made in a relationship in my life during 2021? Any relationship that comes up for you, that the divine reveals for you. What progress have I made in a relationship, any relationship in my life in 2021? What progress, what's shifted in them for the better, in the highest and best for everyone involved? What progress have I made in a relationship, any relationship in my life over the course of 2021 for the betterment of everyone? And the third question is, what was something that I didn't think could happen, but did happen in 2021? What was something, and it, really, I'm really wanting you to be open to the possibility that it's something to be really celebrated about. So what was something that I didn't think could happen, but did happen in 2021? What was something that I didn't think could happen, but did happen in 2020? I now invite everyone to return your attention back into your bodies and into your rooms. And take a moment to write down anything if you haven't already done so. Take a moment to do that. And once you've done that, I want you to just take another moment to really look over those lists. To really look over those lists, breathe them in, and then I want you, and I really want you to do this. I'm really asking you to do this in the privacy of your own home, because nobody can see you other than everybody else in your home. But I want you to stand up, and I want you to hoot and holler with joy. I want you to dance around the room. Take a moment to actually celebrate the wins and the miracles of 2021. So please stand and do that. Just hoot and holler and dance around the room and make it evident that you are really celebrating the wins and the miracles of 2021. And I invite you to do that as the lovely Cindy Johnson sings another beautiful song for us.
It's not that unusual when everything is beautiful. It's just another ordinary miracle today. The sky knows when it's time to snow. Don't need to teach a seed to grow. It's just another ordinary miracle today. Life is like a gift, they say, wrapped up for you every day. Open it and find a way to give some of your own. Isn't it remarkable that every time a raindrop falls, it's just another ordinary miracle today? Birds in winter have their fling, but always make it home by spring. It's just another ordinary miracle today. When you wake up every day, please don't throw your dreams away. Hold them close to your heart, 'cause we are all a part of the ordinary miracle. It seems so exceptional that things work out after all. It's just just another ordinary miracle today.
All right, if you haven't already sat back down, you could do that if you want to, or you can keep standing up and dancing around the room. Doesn't matter to me, I love it all. Now we're going to shift our attention to the present moment. On this day, the last day of the year, we have a really perfect opportunity to sit in that stillness. It's a perfect time to recognize that there is only and ever one thing happening, the expression of God. Like the burning bush viewed by Moses introducing itself as I am, the fullness of spirit is always around and always waiting for our notice. As we have journeyed through the year and begin to consider the next year ahead, we take a moment to notice, to really sit in that stillness and to notice God all around us. The life and the expression of the divine is here and now, as this moment and as each one of us experiencing this moment. God pours itself throughout all creation, using itself as both the putty and the sculpture. Like reaching the top of a roller coaster, we're setting up for the next adventure. And the pause to look, to really, really look at the present moment expression of the divine is a necessary part of, and the critical next step is sitting at that plateau and assimilating and really integrating the knowledge and the experiences that we've had before we go to find out what's next. So we talked a little bit about it last week, right? That we can know principle intellectually. We can spout off all of the different principles that we've talked about, that we talk about and teach in this teaching, but to apply and integrate the knowledge, noticing the difference in our changed behavior, is quite another thing altogether. This coming year is offering us an opportunity to really integrate all that we have learned from this uncertain year. And I can guarantee you that if we sit in this pause, if we sit in the stillness, if we ask our inner wisdom, that we all have learned things. And now is an opportunity to really integrate them as we move forward into this new next year, to really assimilate them before moving into what is next. Integration is revealed when we create new patterns, when we step out of all of the patterns that we've been doing in the past and really step into new ways of doing things, into new patterns, new ways of operating that are healthy and life-affirming. So in this moment, I again invite us to turn within, to close our outer eyes and turn our attention inward, to close our outer ears to the confusion of the world of form, and to open our inner ears to that still small voice of God that is within us. And again, we have 3 questions to ask of Spirit, and the invitation is to reverently listen for the answers. The first question is, sitting here in this perfect now moment, what do I know that I learned last year? What do I know that I learned last year? Oprah always asks this question, what do I know? What do you know on this, your 50th birthday, or on this eve of a brand new year, in this perfect now moment, what do I know that I learned last year? In this perfect now moment, what do I know that I learned this last year? The second question is, sitting here in this perfect now moment, what has become clear to me over the course of this last year? What has become clear to me? Where has clarity revealed itself in my life? What has become more clear than it was at this time last year? Sitting here in this perfect now moment, what has become clear to me over the course of 2021? And the third question is, Sweet Spirit, what is that I will take with me in consciousness moving forward? What is it that I will take with me in consciousness moving forward? What insight, what wisdom, what revelation will I take with me from this perfect now moment into the next year in consciousness? I now invite everyone to return their attention back into their bodies and into your respective rooms. And when you are ready, please gently open your outer eyes and take a moment to write down all that was revealed to you as Cindy sings this beautiful song.
The words to this song are incredible, so I hope that you're able to hear them, understand them, and take them to heart. I was searching, I was looking for meaning. I was wandering, desperately trying only to see I have nothing missing. Who said I have to find who I am? Who said that I am lost to begin with? I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. motivation can't be validation. I'd always be starving for more affection, the wrong attention, only to feel like I am nothing. Who said I have to find who I am? Who said that I am lost to begin with? I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Life is a gift, I wanna enjoy it. Always proving my worth only destroys it. I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. Yeah. I have nothing to fear and everything to feel. Only I can define what is meaningful to me. Even when I am feeling so breakable, I tell myself to believe I am valuable. I am already enough. Everything I need is within me. Each morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for the beauty around me. Life is a gift, I wanna enjoy it. Always proving my worth only destroys it. I am enough. Everything I need is within me. I am already enough. Everything I need is within me.
Beautiful. I love those words. Everything is within me. So we now turn our attention to the upcoming new year, to the future. The bottom line is that we all have something within us that is seeking to be expressed through and as us. So the invitation is to get quiet and to listen for and to these inner urges. These inner urges that are constantly knocking at the door of our consciousness, the flashes of insight that come to us, the songs that we compose in our heads, the storylines that we dream about, the fashion that we doodle on our napkin at breakfast, the designs that we spend time working on for a new toy or a new invention, the book that wants to be written. These ideas and thousands of like them are the creative genius that is within us, our gift from God, seeking to be expressed. They are divinely guided. And while we might not know how we're going to do them or how we're going to accomplish them at the time, they fill us with excitement. We feel an inner rush. There's something that's drawing us. The ego or our fears and doubts will try to squash them, but they continue to keep knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking. They will not let us alone. The invitation is to banish our doubt regarding these brilliant flashes of insight. Banish doubt or releasing our inhibitions will allow us to express the ideas and to begin to act upon them. And the truth is that they're individualized. They are for us in only our particular way of bringing them forward. So if we don't act upon them, then they won't happen. They won't be done. So the invitation is to remember that we were created by God out of God's stuff. The invitation is to remember that that inner spark of genius in our imagination is really God reminding us of our uniqueness, reminding us of our highest and best, reminding us of that which we were created to be and to do. The invitation is to never regard any creative thought that we have as anything other than a worthy potential expression of our inner genius, a worthy potential expression of our divinity. Our creative impulses are real and they are vital and they are worthy of expression and they are significant to the whole. As always, we have choice in the matter. We can set the intention to believe that we have arrived on the planet already imbued with that genius, like that acorn that is already imbued with the grand, the mighty oak tree. We are already imbued with our genius. We can set the intention that when we arrived on the planet, we had no restrictions, that we were created by and out of an energy that knows nothing, absolutely nothing about limits or labels or boundaries. We can set the intention to believe in our capacity to express that genius within, to achieve greater things than we could ever imagine, greater things than we have ever done before. We're not bound by our past, as we talked about last week. We can set the intention to believe that there is something unique and special about us, that we have something unique and special to bring to the world. It doesn't have to be something that's grandiose. It could be something very small. It could be a special smile that someone has that just lights up everybody's life when they see it. And that smile given at any particular moment, expressed through us at any particular moment, could be just the thing that saves someone else's life. For many of us, there's a life that was meant for us that is truer than the one that we are living right now. But in order to have it, we will have to forge it ourselves. We have to open ourselves up to that. We have to celebrate the past. We have to honor the present, and we have to welcome the future. We have to create on the outside. And Cindy sang this in a song earlier. We have to create on the outside what we are imagining on the inside. We live our lives from the inside out, and only we can feel it, and only we can bring it forward. So in this moment, I invite us to once again take a nice deep breath, to close our outer eyes, and to turn our attention inward. To close our outer ears to the confusion of the world of form, and to open our inner ears to that still small voice of wisdom, that still small voice of the divine that is within each and every single one of us. Again, we have 3 questions. And so the first question is, Sweet Spirit, what is the highest and best vision of my life in the upcoming new year? What is the highest and best vision of my life in the upcoming new year? Who or what have I come here to be? And how can I bring that forward in my life in 2022? What is the highest and best vision of my life in in the upcoming new year, 2022. Just allow yourself to receive whatever it is that you receive. Don't argue with it. Don't question it. Just write it down. The second question is, Sweet Spirit, what do I need to become to bring this vision into manifestation? What do I need to become to bring this vision into manifestation? What God quality is seeking to express itself through and as me? What do I need to become to bring this vision into manifestation? And lastly, the third question, Sweet Spirit, is what do I need to embrace in order to express this vision in my life in 2022? What do I need to embrace in order to express this vision in 2022? What gifts and talents do I perhaps already have within me that I need to really embrace in a way that I have never embraced before in order to express this vision? What do I need to embrace in order to express this vision in my life in 2022? Before we come back into the room, I just invite everyone to allow the feeling tone of actually having the thing or being the thing or doing the thing that came up as the highest and best vision for your life in 2022. Allow that feeling tone of someone that already has the thing or is being the thing or is doing the thing to really rise up within you, to really tap into that feeling tone. What would it feel like to be doing that? What would it feel like to have that? Just allow that feeling tone to rise up and to perhaps put a name on it. What is that overarching feeling tone? And I want you to just take a moment to really feel that feeling. Just really feel it. And in fact, really allow it to expand within you. To really let it grow within you until it can't help but burst out of your body, out of your minds, out of your hearts, and to spill into the room around you. To allow it to burst out from within you and to manifest. Literally manifest in 2022. Fueled by the feeling tone and the singular focus on that intention, on that vision. But the feeling tone really fuels it. So allow it to rise up in you and expand. And so in this moment, keeping your eyes closed, and as I keep mine closed, I really am acutely aware of the presence of the divine within me, that wisdom, that peace, that joy, that creativity, that love, that abundance, that is the very presence of God itself. The very presence of God that is within me and surrounding me, the very presence of God that is always there, always, everywhere, at all times, in its fullness and in its wholeness. That presence of God that is always benevolent, always willing and able to give us the kingdom of heaven on earth. I know that I was created by it, out of itself, in a moment of unconditional love. That I am its ambassador, that I am here to bring forward its qualities in my own unique and individualized way, in a way that no one else can quite bring it the same way. And just as I know that this is my truth, I know that it is absolutely true for each and every person that has joined us this evening, each and every person that will listen to this at some later point in time, each and every sentient being on the planet. We are all divine emanations of the divine, imbued with all that it is. And I'm so overjoyed at that. It is amazing. I am in awe of the magnitude of that, the magnificence of that. And it is from that place of deep and abiding connection with God, with the universe, with life, and with each other, through that golden thread of God stuff that is within each and every single one of us, that I speak these words about and for each of us. Truly knowing ease and grace for each of us around seeing beyond the veil of the confusion and the chaos and the loss and the sadness and the grief and the sickness and the adversity and the lack of inclusion that sometimes was the outer expression of our world over this last year, and instead to see beyond the veil to the miracles and to the wins that actually did occur individually and collectively throughout the year. And to know that as we turn our attention to those wins and those miracles, that celebratory nature actually raises our vibrational level, and in doing so, we draw more unto ourselves to be grateful about. I absolutely know beyond a shadow of a doubt that sitting here today, we know things. We know principle. We know practice. We know things that are true. And I claim ease and grace for us around integrating and assimilating them into our lives. And that as we do so, we expand and grow and evolve and transform ourselves and our lives and the lives of those around us. Knowing things that are the truth of ourselves, like the love that is at the center of our being, and our responsibility to bring that forward in really powerful ways. The peace that is always present within us, and our ability to bring it forward in really powerful ways. The joy that lies at the center of our being and the center of our lives, and that we can bring that forward in really powerful ways, despite anything that is happening around us in the world of form. That we can utilize the truth that we know sitting here today in this present moment to choose wisely, to create lives that we love. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that as we step into this new year, that we can do so intentionally, that we can do so consciously, that we can call forward the revelation of the wisdom that is within us as to our highest and best vision, and that with singular focus and faith and a feeling tone of already having the thing that we desire, we can bring it forward into our lives. And I know that we can do this. I have absolutely no doubt that we can celebrate the past, honor the present, and welcome in the future, because we have everything we need within us to do that. And we are not alone in doing it. Always within us, always surrounding us is the presence of God, the presence of the divine, the presence of that which created everything that there is, seen and unseen. And what greater partner could we have in this? It is the thing itself and the way that it works, the love and the law. And I'm so grateful to know this truth, so grateful to speak these words. So grateful for the power of prayer, knowing that these words are loosed into a law that only ever says yes. And so I loose this prayer into that law and allow it to do what it does. And I invite each of us to anchor these words for ourselves, for each other, for our community, the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living, and for the world, simply by saying, and so it is. And so it is. Amen.
Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I've finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming. That's the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. And I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be all right, yes I will, once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything, everything new.
Yay! Thank you, Cindy. I know that several of those songs, including that last one, were brand new to me. So it's a great example of living what we are walking into, this new blank space of new possibilities and new experiences. And thank you, Reverend Dusty. I know I speak for all of us about how powerful tonight has been. So I just ask you all to close your eyes for another quick moment. And it's been an evening with that still small voice that's so easy to get lost during these celebrations. But I know that it has been a valuable time for me to connect with that. And since we're all one, I know that that means that everyone who's been part of today's service or tonight's service has just experienced a fount of wisdom and love and vision and excitement and celebration. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this powerful team that put together tonight. I'm so grateful for our community as we support each other in living the lives that we want. I'm so grateful for our individual visions that together make up a mosaic of a life that works for everyone. I'm so grateful for this time together. I'm so grateful for the celebrations, the wins, the honoring, the vision. I'm so grateful to see what unfolds in the year to come. So knowing that we are finished today with such great intentions for what is unfolding in divine right order in the year to come, I just turn it over to the law that always says yes to make it so. And I invite you to support that with your words, our words, and so it is.
So Cindy has one last song for us this evening.
I thought you were going to say something else, Dusty. But okay. I'm stepping out into a world of possibilities. I'm stepping out into a whole new way to live. There's so much waiting for me. The path is clear before me. I've got so much I've yet to give. I'm stepping out and I'm committing to integrity. I'm stepping out, releasing every fear and doubt. The road just keeps on turning, and every turn I'm learning what this life is all about. I am stepping out.
Beautiful. Thank you so very much, everyone, for joining us this evening. Happy New Year. Please consider joining us tomorrow as we continue in this really powerful way of stepping into this new year. We'll be visioning and working on visioning boards. It starts at 1 o'clock at the Lodge at Crossroads, 200 Brisbane Woods Way in Cary. Or we'll also be on Zoom, and you can find that link on your Wednesday newsletter, or go to our website and get that. But doing the visioning and creating a vision board is a really wonderful way to step into this new year, and fun to come and spend it with others from the community. We'll have some little noshes there for you to have, and we'll just laugh as we come throughout the afternoon. So please come and join us for that. Thank you all for being with us this evening. Happy New Year, and I love you all.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, everybody. Heather, Cindy, Carol, thank you so very much.